Okay. Hey, travelers, wanderers, and pilgrims. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just can't plan things. There's just stuff that happens that you can't plan. So while I was at the Newmillerdam Reservoir, I started to think about pathways and paths and decision making and how we end up, we're faced with all kinds of different paths. Some paths we can see really, really clearly. They're obvious. Sometimes there are way markers that says, go this way. If you go that way, it's danger. And other times we can't, we see the start of the path, but we don't see the finish, ending of the path. We don't know which way it goes. It's going into some area that we don't know about. It's unknown. It looks scary, and so we decide not to go. And sometimes we choose a path and we get 2 steps down and it ends. It just doesn't go anywhere. And sometimes the pathway is, it's really, really well used. Like everybody goes down that path, and we decide not to go down that path, or we just go down the path that everybody goes down. The metaphor for life in that is absolutely huge. And so I'm thinking about all this stuff, and after a while I leave Newmillerdam and I'm making my way around. I'm going to come all the way over to the Calder River again, and there was this right turn I needed to make, and there was a path I needed to follow. And there was a pile of rubble, and then there was a path to the right. And I didn't see a path to the left. So I took the path to the right, which wasn't the right path. Now, it's not about whether it's right or wrong. And I'm going to get into that because I'm going to write about this tonight. This is so powerful. I really want you to hear me on this. The path was not right or wrong. It's either whether the path works or it doesn't work for your intention. That's it. We add so much morality to the things that we do when we don't actually need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I really want you to get this. Remove the word right and wrong from your life and look at decisions that you make as whether they work or don't work for your stated intention. Well, this path that I ended up on did not work for my stated intention. And I am, and so I'm gonna walk back a ways because I really want you to see the profundity of what happened for me. It's actually quite emotional, you know. It's just, and it boggles the mind sometimes how these things occur the way they occur. And so here I am in this mass of thinking of paths and decision making and right decision, wrong decision, good decision, bad decisions, decisions that work, decisions that don't work. Everything's tied to my stated intention. I'm supposed to go this way, but I end up going that way. And so after a while, I look at the map that I'm following and I realize, oh my gosh, my path is way to the left. And the path I'm on is not going in the direction I had intended to go. And so I'm walking along and I look at the map and I study it a little bit. I said, wow, the path I'm on is actually a legitimate path. It's worn down, and I'll show you. That is a path. And then I came down. I really want you to see. This is so amazing, guys. I'm bubbling over. You'll see in a minute as I show you this, because it's really, really ridiculous. You never know. This is why I say, don't make your intention and then set it aside. Surrender it to the divine. Just do it and be okay with it and let it go. And don't try to control the outcomes. Here's why I came down. And it's a legitimate path. It's well worn. It's very obvious, but it's not the path I'm supposed to be on, which is that way somewhere. But check this out. I come to the end of the path and I'm like, oh, should I go left or should I go right? So I look at the map and I indeed need to go left. that way. But watch this. I just want you to see this. I just want you to see this. So I am at the Calder River. The Calder River is actually just in the background there. This is a part of the Calder Canal. And look what I get to see. I just look. Just take a minute and look at what I get to see, because I went a way that doesn't work, or maybe it did work for me. I don't know. You decide. You tell me, did this work for me? I think it worked for me. This is so beautiful. You should be here on this spot. I tell you guys, this is crazy. And you can see that bridge in the background. That's my path. It's way over there. And here's the lesson, guys. I didn't plan this. I didn't plan this at all. I promise you. I did not. We think we're going the wrong way, but then the serendipity comes. And then we realize there is no wrong way. There's just a way. It's a decision that you make. And it either has you go in your intended direction, or it doesn't. But if we spend our entire lives trying to make decisions that are right, we will never make a right decision. We will live in fear. You get that? We will live in fear of not making the right decision, when there is no right decision or wrong decision. They're just decisions. And they either take us in the direction of our intention, our intended purpose, or whatever it is, or it doesn't. But then, if we're also always so worried about the right direction, the right decision, we may miss some amazing serendipities along the way. Just listen to me. Listen. If we continue to base the movement of our life on making the right decision versus the wrong decision, I'm going to keep repeating this because I want it to sink in. We will never make a decision. And that's why half of us, or millions of us, are stuck in our lives, is because we're not willing to make a decision and just start moving forward, and then surrender it and and be open and let it unfold into all of its glory and all of its wonder and all of its splendor. You guys, sorry. The sense of freedom that is possible when we just make a decision, surrender it, let it go, and let it unfold into all of its glory and all of its splendor and all of its wonder. I can't tell you. There's just no words. I'm going to write about this, but man, I just, I mean, look, I just got to look at what I get to walk along, what I get to experience, what I get to see, because I took a path that wasn't the right path. That's it. I took a path that wasn't the right path. I went right and I should have gone left. But I'm glad I went right. And I'm glad I just let it go. And I'm glad I just followed it until it brought me to my serendipity. And yeah, some of them are going to end. It's not going to end well. So what? Go back and retrace your steps and take another path. Just make a decision and follow the path. And be open to what it has for you. Be open to what it gives you. Be open to the freedom. Be open to the offering that path has for you. Like the other day, meeting two people that just completely blew my mind in terms of generosity and vulnerability. please, 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 if you are on the precipice of the unknown, if you are on the precipice of the unknown, make a decision and take that first step. Just do it. I know Nike owns that phrase, but so what? I don't care. Make the decision and take that step. It'll be okay, I promise. I do. From my heart. From my heart. It's what could possibly be lying in wait for you, waiting for you after you make that decision, could be absolute glory, absolute splendor, absolute joy. But you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision. And then you have to take that step. Otherwise, yeah, is it a risk? Yeah, sure. You could be 500 miles down the road and realize you've gone in the wrong direction, have to turn around and go all the way back. Or, I'm sorry, let's not use that word, in a direction that doesn't work for your stated intention. Because it really is all about your stated intention. This walking around with this sense of morality about things being right or wrong. It's crazy. It imprisons all of us. I could go on and on. I don't know. I'm at, 11 minutes? I can't tell you. When you're open to possibility, your world is miraculous. And I'm just overjoyed. And I want you to have this joy. I want you to experience this joy. But you got to make that decision. Then you got to take the steps. You got to. You can. It'll be okay. I promise. Be open, let it go, and let it unfold. You'll see. All right. Talk to you guys later.